What is going on there, Reject Nation? We got ourselves 5 new TV spots for the Batman that supposedly include plenty of new footage. Take a battering to that like button, people. Can't wait for this movie. It comes out in like a month. Oh my god, it's almost here. Can't believe it. Can't believe I've been hearing a lot of things about this film, and perhaps we'll touch on some details that the cast has recently been talking about as well. Let's just swing to action and see what we got today.
Fear is a tool. They think I'm hiding in the shadows, watching, waiting to strike. But I am the shadows.
Oh man, he delivers those lines so well. I am the shadows.
The Batman.
These trailer editors, man. Absolutely. Oh no.
Riddler's asking for you.
Why is he writing to you?
Riddler's latest. It's all about the Waynes.
You'd be surprised, but even a good man is capable.
Carmine. Hey. Whoa, that like POV shot.
My whole life.
Whoa! Wow!
Maybe this is all coming to an end.
The Batman.
There's a lot of new stuff in that.
Yeah.
Gotham's the powder king. Riddler's the match.
Maybe this is all coming to an end.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, you are.
That shot.
Love the way they're doing all this aerial
You gonna
stuff.
scare me with that mask and that cape?
It's nice to actually get some Carmine.
For you've nothing left. I don't care what happens to me. What are we looking for?
I'm vengeance.
I've been trying to reach you.
Come on, vengeance. Let's get into some trouble.
What? I'm just so engrossed in this.
What are we looking for? More symbols. I've always loved little puzzles.
The music and all these spots, man.
Yeah, all these drops.
We all have scars, Bruce. He's involved in this? No, he's not involved.
How do you know? He's a vigilante!
What are you hiding?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks like
Those were great. Those were like really solid short trailers. Damn.
I really hope every
Holy
scene with the
shit.
Penguin involves him getting beat up by Batman's car.
I'm just genuinely loving how haunting and menacing Batman himself is feeling. You know, it's so interesting hearing what some of the early reactions have been for the movie, as well as what the cast, especially what Robert Pattinson has been talking about lately, saying how this is like an unusual film, that it's not what you're probably expecting, and that it's a little bit more sad than what you'd be expecting too. Especially watching these 5 spots back to back, the feeling doesn't ignite in me of the hero Batman. What I get in here is the threat, the menacing threat that lurks in the shadows. As he says in the trailer, he is the shadows. Remember in like BVS, the first time you see the criminals that when the cops are going in there, and then Affleck's Batman's kind of at the top corner of the ceiling, that right there of like, this is the thing that the criminals fear. That's what this feels like, but the entire time. Like Andy Serkis was saying, Robert Pattinson does such a great job at this like almost Jekyll and Hyde thing with the character. He's 2 completely different people when he's Bruce Wayne versus Batman. And they keep showing this one moment of, and maybe it's just a good trailer line, but they keep showing this one moment, Robert Pattinson saying, "You lied to me, Alfred." And from what Andy Serkis was revealing himself was that their relationship starts off really strained, where Alfred struggles to be the father figure that he strives for to be in Bruce's life, but you know, Bruce just keeps pulling away from him and is going down this path, which is very Bruce to do. And I've been hearing like it's complex and that's going to be making some choices that will probably challenge the audience. So
Good.
last thing I was expecting was, something that could potentially border on divisive. That's the last thing I was anticipating, but it sounds like this is going to be something that is not the fun superhero movie at all. That while there's going to be a lot of badassery to it, that it's really going to be quite introspective on all the characters. Like every character here, especially from what Colin Farrell was talking about, what Zoe Kravitz has been saying, what Paul Dano was talking about too. Like Paul Dano was saying that for the Riddler, it was more than just pulling from comics. It was about embodying what Gotham is, like really feeling what the city of Gotham is and being reflective of that. He does have a political agenda. Watching how this is all going to unfold, like this just seems like brutal and unsettling. Like it's just going to get under your skin. I don't know. I mean, to me, that just sounds like a perfect Batman movie.
It does well, and it sounds something akin to, and not to say that any of the previous, or that many of the previous Batman movies haven't felt like this, but yeah, it feels very akin to some of those broader, more expansive graphic novels that you get to, spend a lot of time in with the characters, but also with the action. And yeah, like the way that they're drawing just the overall vibe of Gotham, it feels like an affliction that everyone has to live with. That everyone is struggling against, no matter whether it's the street punks or the politicians or Bruce himself. I love the way that even in these trailers you get that duality of it looks completely badass and completely brutal and completely dark in a cool way, but also really emotionally heavy and warped and anguished and strained and strange. And yeah, I love the idea that you have what appears to be a really gripping action thriller, but also a really harsh emotional drama, and I get that vibe increasingly with every trailer, even though the trailers are really focal about the physical aspects, the action, the different colorful characters showing up. But yeah, even getting more of Carmine Falcone here. Like I like that they're slowly creeping in more of that political agenda and the political sort of stratosphere that Gotham exists within.
And if you guys don't know who Carmine Falcone is, he's basically like mob boss.
He runs a lot of Gotham. You've got all that fun stuff. Whoa, how are all the different characters going to interact? But what's most exciting is that, sort of personal. I want to know what personal conversation Batman and the Riddler are going to have. What does the Riddler know about Bruce Wayne? What does he know about his family?
And I imagine there's going to be a lot of incredible eye acting from Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Because as much as we want like the white eyes, considering just how much the promotions for this film keep him primarily in the suit, it makes me think that he'll be in the suit for like most of this movie versus him being Bruce Wayne predominantly, and then some of the time he's Batman, primarily relying on body language and just his eyes. And if anyone can bring so much depth and pain and anguish to the eyes, it's gonna be Robert Pattinson. He's a phenomenal actor. And you know what, dude, I gotta point out the way they're utilizing even the freaking Batmobile, even his car. Like what I love is how everything feels, and Robert Pattinson talked about this too, like you could feel the seams within his suit. You can tell like everything is just like a little bit more beaten down and rugged
DIY.
And grungy. DIY, yeah, good way to put it. Even with the Batmobile, which I think the prequel novel unveiled that he built that at like 16 years old, or at least building cars at 16 or something like that. With that Batmobile, that shot that you have in there of it appearing and then the Penguin staring it down, like even giving the Batmobile a real presence that, oh my god, look out for that car.
It's also a character.
Like it's awesome. It's so cool. I don't know. I mean, if it is a little bit divisive, if it is like it makes some choices that challenge audiences, I'm all for it, man. I mean, we've had like a gazillion Batman interpretations by this point. Bring on something that challenges the audience a little bit more.
Yeah.
Why not? Guys, leave your thoughts down below. What'd you think about all this footage? You can subscribe, click that bell, hit that like button, and hey, we will catch you guys soon.